The program is still this morning on ITV on Independent Television. We're going to be looking at key issues on our discussion this morning. EDO 2024, the campaigns, political campaigns with momentum and a force action guarantee victory. That's one big question that we keep on asking. On set this morning, I'm so privileged to have two gentlemen here. I have Don Etionsa Igebo, a political analyst and also a member of the LPC Campaign Council in Edo State. Don, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Okay. I've got Valentine Igariba, who's the coordinator of EDO for Good Governance, a politician, and also a member of the PDP Campaign Council. You're welcome to this program this morning.
Thank you very much. Okay. Viewers, happy Sunday to you.
All right. Now, gentlemen, I personally decided to, structure this discussion this way today. I mean, with the title, the topic now, I mean, we political campaign momentum, a show of force action, can they really guarantee a victory in the election? Now, I was around Upper Siloko Road area towards Egmine area and all that. A long convoy of a campaign organization, a political party campaign organization passed me. Now, in the front of that long convoy was a heavy bulldozer. Then behind it was many SUVs, and there were many SUVs. I'm sure that convoy was heading towards a campaign. That momentum that we see across various political parties now as they campaign, and of course that show of force is what we are looking at. Now, we also pray that that some momentum and show of force, that if such political party wins, we also begin to see it in governance. But as it stands now, can this show of force and show of momentum, can they really guarantee victory in the election? I'll start with you, Don Etionsa.
Well, it depends on which contest or which kind of scenario you want to play out the need for show of force. Show of force with political rallies and political activities does have its own positive impact. But then again, you cannot build something on nothing. If you're coming to show to the people that you love them all of a sudden, and then the show of force gains attractions and attention, and at the same time, this particular group may not have shown so much care or concerns for the well-being of the people, to a very large extent, they become like an intangible break in between what is running through the minds of the people and what they are saying in terms of how you display the show of force. So, but at the end of the day, this is happening in Edo South. Edo South is a very exposed political politically exposed people who place their politics by making up their own mind, irrespective of what you do. So I think we should look at for how they felt or how they feel from maybe a couple of years now to this day, and how the show of force would have impacted on their current reasoning. But to me, I think it really depends on which of the organizations is applying the show of force and how they're applying it. Whether they think you're trying to deceive them again, or maybe make them believe that you really truly will be different if you're voted into office.
Okay. All right. So, Valentine Igariba, now we're looking at what some persons may see as being deceptive. I mean, for a political party to start showing this show of force, this momentum of this display of momentum in its campaigns, you see the bandwagon effect when the campaign trail goes around town. Little wonder if these are not deceptions.
Thank you very much. I think for the past almost 8 years, Edo people have seen, tremendous change in terms of infrastructure, in terms of general development. Coming in again, for me, it is very obvious that the candidate of the PDP is a man that is well-grounded.
Yeah, let us streamline on the
man
campaign
who is
first
Sabi.
before mentioning candidates' names.
He is trying to let people see through that he's Sabi. So a man with wide range of experience over the years that have, you know, had several multinational business, you know, companies, you know, and I think I want to convince people on one thing, that ever since this campaign started, you have never seen the governor joining him in the campaign, but because the man has a capacity.
Yeah, Mr. Garba,
and again, I just want to enlighten you more why the show of force.
Yeah, but
so that you see the force.
I have not said.
I am sick talking.
Yeah, but I have not said your candidate is the one showing force. Now, I have not said so.
But the way things are going, the way you eroded the matter, I deduced.
That would be hasty. It would be a hasty allegation.
You don't even know whether I was part of it.
You mentioned the candidate's name, Maswa Ighodalo. When I asked the question,
I've not mentioned the name.
You said PDP. You said you're PDP candidate.
I didn't mention the name.
But I listened to you.
A lot of people don't even know the name of the PDP candidate. But I just said PDP candidate. I have not mentioned the name. So, for the show of force is to let the people see the person they are voting for. It's interfacing with people at every nook and cranny, so that he will be fully identified with the people. They will know him. You cannot be contesting and I don't know you. I will know you. I speak. I tell you what I want to do, what I have been doing before that gave me the capacity to say, yes, I can be able to lift Edo, you know, higher beyond the way it is now. So that is exactly the show, you know. The government is not coming to say, take my vote. And this man, Ami Brigand, go and tell the people what you can do. Speak. Come up. Last time at the town hall meeting, you see, he opened up to everybody about the 5-point agenda of his, you know, what he's going to do for the state, you know. So everybody listened, and you saw the breakdown and everything. And that's what we expect. Tell us, so that we'll be convinced. The show of us to convince the people that, yes, this man truly had the capacity to take us to the next level, even beyond where we expect. I think that is why you can see this. This show has a very big, you know, role to play in terms of, you know, what I mean, getting more votes. I mean, winning the heart of the electorate. You know, so I think it is very, very germane. It has a very big, you know, a wide range of importance to prove to the people who you are. Yes. Okay,
don't get it again, but this is not the first time that perhaps we have seen political parties showing force and displaying momentum in their campaigns and all that. But a little wonder whether this show of force and display of momentum, whether it will cascade into governance. That's what we are looking at.
Well, with all due respect to my brother, I think when we speak on the questions you asked, maybe we would have waited a bit for you to perhaps direct it towards a political party. But now that he has said a few things on that path, I will just make my own little contributions relative to the idea of show of force. Just like when I was speaking just now, I think the idea of show of force for a candidate, for instance, of his political party, striving and doing all he can to now interface with the people by lining up 30 SUVs and having a bulldozer at the front of his convoy. Maybe the bulldozer is to further destroy and uproot land in that local government or to grade roads. I don't think Edo voters are stupid, because
let's be mindful with
I don't think Edo voters don't know what is going on, because the person who is trying to show you that he has force, why you should, you know, like him and vote for him, has been in the government since the time of Comrade Adams Oshomole. With all due respect, the PDP candidate has been a member of the economic team from 16 years till date. 16 years ago till date, nobody's ever known him. He has never done anything in his area. He has never done anything in his local government where he's from. He doesn't even own a property there. He has never sunk a borehole. He has never made any major contribution, except when he contributed 100,000 naira when the Eastern Security Network was having challenges with the bandits and kidnappers. I don't want to speak or castigate him so much or say things that is perhaps would diminish him as a person, because I don't have a personal issues with him. I just wanted to throw light from the political angle on that note. So to me, contributing 100,000 to your people when they have challenges where the candidate of my party contributed 8 Sienna, 2 buses, millions of naira, many years ago, even before he became Senate. I mean, I'm sure if you want to look at the issue of show of force, just like as I said before, people will want to look at the dichotomy of the intangible value between who is this person engaging in show of force. This is who he is. What has he done before now? Oh, is he doing this because of election? So when you listen to the filters and the Chinese whispers behind those convoy, you will see people say, who is this candidate? Oh, it's of PDP. Well, where has he been? He has never done this. And those who understand better, we elaborate more on the kind of personality that the person is showing. Unlike the APC candidate, which I know personally and I can speak for, he has sunk literally borehole in every one of the communities in Esan. He has brought roads development to Esan. He has spent his personal money to sponsor people to school. You know what I mean? Even before he became senator, he has rebuilt the school he attended as a kid. So if such a man goes on the streets to exhibit show of force, I'm sure his people will identify with him to say, this man is a good man. When he was not a senator and now he's a senator, we see all the good things that he's doing. The same man has been able to engage with the federal government to bring about the palliative and kind of amendment of the road in Ekboma going to Auchi. These are the kind of things or qualities you need from a person. It's not about speaking English and grammar. For me, I'm a natural English speaker because I'm a Londoner and I'm educated to a master's degree level. Though I don't have a PhD, I may have that one day if I wish. I speak good English. I don't need to use my language abilities as a way of determining whether I'm a good person or I'm a bad person. And with all due respect, a lot of things, some people are quiet, some people are more outspoken. But what I've seen with the senator, who is the candidate of my party, his attributes are just to like a man that speaks very little, but he does so much. He cares for the people. That is one thing I would say. Then going to the issue of the show of force, yes, it is true. When they did the show of force that they did with the bulldozer and the convoy, some people were buying and assume that, okay, maybe this man is already rich. It is true he's rich. He has held so many positions, but he has done nothing for the people he wants to govern. All these years as a chairman of Nigerian breweries, member of the economic team, nobody knows him. And if the economy becomes a bit tough, as it is in Edo, because as a member of an economic team, you should be able to advise the sitting government not to destroy markets.
Okay, let me pause you. Now, Valentine, I know you listened carefully to Donatiosa, but in addition to what you want to say, now, let's look at, this whole thing, because we are looking at a situation whereby it appears now that it is only during election that we have bulldozers parading earth roads, grading roads and all that, because what comes out of the show of force, the force displayed in momentum, is that political parties take, instruments, equipment now to these localities to make roads and all that. So the question, in addition to what you want to say, is that is it supposed to be that during election period that the people ought to be gaining from governments or from people that want to serve, as it were?
No, first let me debunk his assertion that my candidate has not done anything. I think I will want to give him some time to go to Ewohimi. The Ewohimi electricity, maybe it's their APC candidate that did that. Just go there and see, and ask the Ewohimi people what the man has been doing. The bursary has been given to students. I don't want to talk about that because the man already, it is known everywhere that he has the capacity to perform. Now to your question. That is not true, that it is because election is coming, that is why. Like Obaseki, the present state governor, everybody, it's only the blind, like I said before, that will not see what he's been doing. Yes, truly, we have so many blind people, their eyes are open, but they cannot see. And that's exactly what's happening to some of our people because of political gimmicks and political gain, you know, just to win people's hearts.
Yeah, well, people have the right to express.
Yes, they can express because they are not seeing
about issues.
Because they are not seeing what exactly he's been doing, or they saw it, they just want to give him low credit or no credit. You know, somebody said the building of Bermuda started. Government have come severally for several years. Nobody completed it. A man came and completed it. Everybody want to do their, everybody want, but this man came. Every project that is abandoned is completed then and doing its own. It's not a good government. Will you castigate such government? And somebody that have capacity would have been, in fact, I can tell of so many people that have been employed to Nigerian Bureau through him, through my candidate, why he was the chairman of Nigerian Bureau. I can tell people that were employed into Dangote Flour, why he was the chairman. I can tell people that are employed into the bank, the bank he was the chairman. So many people. So you can't tell me, well, we are not going to say anything now. The Edo people, one of the most enlightened people in the world, will choose who they truly want. For me, I don't have much to say because I have a sellable candidate. I have a candidate I know that his capacity is compared to now. He does not run from anybody. You see him in the street, you see him anybody. If you are not exposed to your people, how will people trust you? How will people believe in you? You must expose to them, you must tell them, go see them, see their needs. You know, not castigating. Have you ever heard one day him castigating any other candidate? But he's always exposing himself to people, telling them what he's going to do, letting them, know the kind of person he is, and also trying to know what is their problem. You want to govern people that you cannot go meet and tell them their problem. You are hiding, running. You cannot address people. So for you, the media, please, I want you to do more. Bring these candidates all together. Let them tell the people what they want to do. Not this one, this one. The other one is making balls somewhere. That is not what we are saying. We already know that Adam Oshomele himself, whom this man also served during his administration, tells more about this very person. He told more about Obaseki. He also is telling more about this president coming. Adam Oshomele is the right person to tell Edo people, the capacity people, pool, in terms of governing. Okay. Yes, he has spoken. I have so many videos concerning where he has spoken, lot more about them. He said he's not disappointed about Obaseki, that he knows that he's going to do well, and he's doing well. He has come to Edo and see what Obaseki is doing, and he praised him. But some persons still believe that they are not still seeing all these things because they want to gain cheap political, favor. Okay. It's not, Edo people are wise. As I said, the most learned person in the world today is from Edo. So we cannot be cajoled again by one, ricketing stories and all that. Even the old woman in the village knows the right person and knows the wrong person. They know. It's obvious. It is glaring, even to the blind and audible to the deaf.
Okay. So, all right. So, Donatius, from historical perspective, maybe from recent opinion polls, it's been said that the PDP has really showed some force action, display momentum as far as this election is concerned. Now, what I would like you to note, it is also historically known that one of the ways you can actually persuade your voters is when you show force action, because to them, okay, this person that can do this may be able to do this when he's voted in governance. Now, for your own party and perhaps for your own candidate, Senator Monday Okpebolo, there are allegations that he's really not showing this force action in campaigns vis-a-vis the PDP candidates, or so to say. Now, the question that people readily ask is if we know that political choices, vote choices are made because of persuasions and because of influence and all that. So for your candidate not to be showing this show of force, what do you think your candidate is banking on as far as this election is concerned?
Well, I will touch on a few things, just to kind of sum up the whole idea of what we're here for. I'm not here because I have a personal issues with the candidate of a PDP or Labour Party. I'm not here because I have an issues with the state governor himself, the governor, our current governor, Governor Obaseki, but I have a problem with the style of governance.
That's your own opinion.
Yes, it's my opinion. Yeah. And that opinion helps to shape political decisions.
Okay.
You know, I liken the idea of the PDP and the APC as the major players in the political space to a woman, a man with two wives. One of the wives is always in the kitchen cooking and preparing the food, you don't see them. And then the other new wife, who does nothing, the minute the husband leaves the house, she paints her fingers, takes a shower, she's watching TV. By the time the husband comes to eat and visitors come to visit the husband, she runs to the kitchen and serves the food. She didn't know how it was cooked. She never went to the kitchen, to the market, but she wants to pretend and show to the husband that she's the one serving the food. Oh, how does this food taste? That is how you differentiate between PDP and APC. If the candidate is reserved and you can see real life action, like they say, water is life, for instance, you cannot undermine the importance of borehole in the community, because I come from a community. Moving from one community to the other to get water is a big deal. Not only the fact that he sinks borehole, like he said, for example, my candidate, he spends his personal money to do it, even before he goes into government. How patriotic can you be? How nice of a person can you be to spend your money to sink borehole for several communities that has a state government who has failed? I want us to speak on the political level. It's not personal. Whatever I say today, I'm not saying it to undermine anybody. I'm just speaking truth to power. For example, he spoke about how Edo people is blind. They don't see what the governor is doing or the government.
No, I didn't say Edo people.
We just said people were blind. He made a metaphor.
Critics.
Yeah, critics. And the critics are people. But for me, I'll commend His Excellency in some of the jobs he has done in renovating some of the Ogbemodia buildings. But I don't commend his effort with the amount of money spent in terms of process improvement. You can't be spending millions of naira to just sit people down to think about renovating a building and spend millions and millions of naira as a way of taking money from the system, and then you want to say to us that, okay, well, this building is built, and at the end of the day, it is a beautiful edifice. Yes, we know. The buildings are beautiful edifices, but who are the contractors doing it? The money is not trapped here, for your information. The contractors are usually from outside the state, and the capital flight the money out of the state. That is why our contractors are not really encouraged. Good thing you have done those buildings. I love it. I respect the fact that he has been able to bring governance into a nice environment. But the benefits to the people, who should be the bricklayer, the painter, the ceramics guys, the electrician, these people are brought in by a contractor from outside Edo, and they are paid huge amount of money, and the money is domiciled and taken away to their states. How do you now commend a good renovating a building or making it beautiful and bringing up a nice idea, and then the money is taken out of the state? To me, that is where His Excellency makes a lot of mistakes, and he has continued that for the last 8 years. I don't want to dwell too much on him in terms of whatever he has done, because everybody knows that the market in Ekiosa has been demolished. The urban market has burnt. Nobody has done anything about it. The roofs have been removed. Maybe if they win now, God forbid, I know they will not win, the next market will be New Market, New Benin Market, and will continue to destroy it. And they say you care for the masses or the poor. That by the wayside. In terms of my candidate, Senator Mondo Okpebholo, an incident just happened recently when there was some gunfire at airport gates. I will use that as an example because it's very current and it's still burning the minds of people. I don't know what may have gone wrong. His orderly was killed and shot. His police orderly, a serving police officer, was killed and shot with a bullet to his heart by the opposition party, as they claimed.
When you say by the opposition
as they claimed, as a claim.
It's an allegation.
I don't want to interrupt you.
That is why I said
as a matured mind, you don't talk this way.
Alleging. I said that
it's also alleging. So all the gentlemen,
that is why
gentlemen, let's maintain the decorum here. So let us be careful.
Alleged.
Yeah.
As they alleged.
Yeah.
But we know that whoever was killed was an approach to the APC candidate. Is dead, right? And then he just moved the motion. I'm going to the fact that he says he doesn't speak, or they say he doesn't speak. If he doesn't speak, how was he able to bring one of his first major capital project of about 406 million naira through his local government, 3 local governments in Esa, that is currently ongoing as a senator? He moved the motion just yesterday or the day before concerning the death of his orderly. So that is not a man who cannot speak. He went to America the other time. He spoke concerning things. He's my friend. We talk all the time. Just because he has a character of not wanting to talk gibberish and be all over the place for people to see him with what they call eye service doesn't disqualify him from not being the best candidate.
Yeah, permits me to interrupt you here. Now, the question I asked is, we are saying that political force action, campaign force action now, whether we like it or not, they have a way of, influencing the minds of other people. I asked, your own candidates, there are, concerns and statements to beliefs that your own candidate
that is what I'm analyzing now.
Yeah.
Those people are opposition parties. They are lying. That is what I'm telling you, that he has just moved a motion 2 days ago on this house, on the red chambers in the house, in the Senate, talking about this orderly that was killed and other people who got injured during that incident, just last week. So if he can stand up and speak to the Senate, to the whole country and the world, that his orderly was shot, what was he doing? Was he jumping and dancing? No. He was talking to the people. So that narrative is all political engagement from the opposition to kind of point out things that is of no value. With all the English that has been spoken to date, the most we can see now in my local government and even in Uhon there is people's land being taken and yams being uprooted. Would you want somebody to speak fancy English and at the end of the day, your yams and the farmers are uprooted and there's hunger in the land? No. So I know that the government has made gains in some aspect, but politically, there's so much errors that I know the Edo people is not stupid. Why? And when it comes to the election in September, I'm very certain that the party to beat will be the APC and the candidates to beat will be the APC candidate. Because why? It is obviously clear that governance and how you interface with the people has been engaged with more with people from outside than people from the inside. You cannot imagine hiring professionals. You cannot imagine hiring locals. Like, for example, I'll use a clear example of the things that I know. I know that the candidate of APC is somebody that has empathy. He's a very patriotic Edolite. I know him personally. I know he's a guy that has that personality to care about the common man because he has always exhibited it. I've known several people who bought vehicles for even disabled people that he has no business with. He would just say, why is this guy? He's a disabled guy. He buys them vehicles. So there's no comparison between the APC candidate, with all due respect to the PDP candidate, in terms of caring about the people.
Okay.
What the people cares about, what they're interested in is who do we vote for? That will realize that our market is born, how do we rebuild it? Who have we voted for that will pull out grants for small traders to, improve on their business? Who are this man that will understand that the traditional council is of value, that we cannot just go to a community, take their land by force, and then uproot the yams in the farm.
All right, so
you know what I'm saying? So that candidate to do that, with all due respect to the others, is the APC candidate.
All right, so let me pause you. Valentine Igariba, let me come to you now. Now, it is a known, people see this campaign trail most times. For example, the PDP campaign trail, you see them most times. You see branded government vehicles with branded numbers, on the campaign train of the PDP. Edo State governments on the campaign train of the PDP. Now, little wonder, because it is the government in power, is it a case of the fact that the government in power is trying to use it to the advantage of the PDP? Because we must be able to disassociate government, governance from politics. Edo State government cut across all political parties, in as much as it is PDP. So let it not be a situation that the Edo State government now using its powers to the advantage of the PDP at the expense of other political parties.
I think that is not true. Like during the branding of vehicles, a lot of people brought their vehicle for branding. Most of the vehicles
we're talking about vehicles that carry government numbers.
How many? How many? And you also are aware that most of the government officials, the commissioner, they are government officials and they are PDP members. So what do you expect? So it is not. It's not per se that the state government.
What about political parties that don't have their members in government? So
then they should fight to. They should fight to be in power, and that's where we are. They should fight to be. You cannot expect a commissioner, to be sitting dozile, while campaign is going on. He also show his own might to deliver his territory.
Are we looking at a case of the winner takes it all? Is that what we're saying?
I don't know. I don't know. That's to the best of my knowledge. Because like in Abuja now, you cannot tell me that the ministers will be, if their vehicles are branded, maybe for example, Miloko is coming for the second time, their vehicles are branded, then you now say, you, a PDP, you want to go and brand a federal government vehicle. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's the government in power that their persons who are also in power will brand their own vehicle. Now, we have 18 commissioners, 18 vehicle branded.
I'll need you to quickly correct an expression. Now, the president of the country is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
yes.
not Emilio So
that's what we know him for.
So, will you apologize for that now?
Yes, my apology.
Okay, because...
I just want to let you know that most of the SAs, SSAs that have their cars branded, it is not the government's own. If I have a car now, I'm an SA, I'm a political appointee. I will have my plate number, the state government plate number. Does it mean that it's the state government that bought it? No. So most of the vehicles you are seeing there, it's not a state government owned motor vehicle. It is those that are in office, their own vehicle that were branded, and the branding was free.
Is it that the PDP
I was also
does not have? Are you saying that the People's Democratic Party does not have vehicles? They are vehicles for campaigns.
Very many. Vehicles are not out yet. Vehicles, you will see vehicles soon.
So why do we still have vehicles bearing Edo State government?
Yes, because those ones, when they are going to their community, like the one you saw, they are going to their community, those appointees there, they will have to follow. Their vehicle is already branded, they have to follow. You can't tell me now that the council chairman, his vehicle will not be branded, or his supervising councillors, or the other councillors who have vehicle will not be branded. What will he be carrying? Is the Edo State government or the council plate number? So it doesn't mean that it is the government's own. Government owned reserve. You can go to ministry and see if ministry vehicle are branded.
Now, for the APC, perhaps the APC.
So I think I'm not done.
Yeah. Okay. Just go.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
So branded vehicle that you want to see, very soon you will see them. Trail of vehicles that are bought for. This one is just campaign from word to word. When they really campaign from, you will see so many things. We are ready. It's not that we are just trying to wait for maybe federal mind to come and. The capacity man is ready. If I do all, the governorship candidate and the deputy, they are men that really sabi. So it is not by mistake when you say men with sabi. It's not by mistake. You know their capacity where they have heard. Like he was saying that somebody is not able to empower his people. I still give him the opportunity to go to those communities and find out what he has done. The man does not even talk. He doesn't want to castigate any political party or any opponent, and he has never even done it. All his own is dreaming, he's calculating how to transform the state, how to better those vulnerables, how to pull those resources at the corner that we are not seeing. Because it's an economist, it's a professional economist, it's an economist. Somebody that can work with Dangote, work with several other bigger, it's somebody that you need. We're supposed to beg him to say, please come and help us do this, because he has it up
Yeah,
there.
but he
You know.
wasn't. He has been in the economic team.
He has been in the economic team. Go and find out if he earned 10 kobo. Even Oshomole is still alive.
No, we are talking about the impact he made in the economic team.
If not for them, Oshomole would have not been able to work. Oshomole can still tell you that they were the one. You know, Oshomole said he wanted that if Obaseki was the one, the brain boss behind his achievements.
Yeah, then Aswai Udalo was also the brain boss in Obaseki's economic. So the question I'm asking, how come some people say that that impact that Aswai Udalo made in the economic team of government, Governor Obaseki is not felt? So.
Okay, how? Now, before Obaseki came, the internal generated was 24-point-something billion monthly. How much is it now? 65 billion. Who do you think is behind it? Who do you think is behind it? Go find out. Everything I'm saying now, go find out. It's not by me saying. And I know before Obaseki leave power, he will climb beyond that. Because the man is putting a lot of things in place that is generating us money. It's not just say chop, but generating fund. You think we're able to make boasts to say 70,000 minimum wage in the whole federation, the first state? That the federal government, if you won't beat the federal government hollow in this matter, you think it's easy? And he pays salary as at when due. People have already earned this small salary, even while the month is still running. Is there any state that have done this? And it's not crying. And the man is on a reserved one. And he was talking about what happened in airports last time. People that were fingered, who were there? People were, the cameras are there that you are not seeing. You think Obaseki is sleeping? There are some certain things you are not seeing that is capturing people. While they were planning this mayhem, people were already planned, to also picture them.
Now, when you talk about airport,
and again,
are you trying to say that the APC supporters probably also shot at the people they were expecting? Is that what you're saying?
Let me tell you, before you can be able to shoot very well, you must be at range. You must be a professional, a police or an army that are trained. When people when they have taken those things they have taken, they'll be triggered, happy. When they actually, they will not know when the bullet can fly anywhere. Look at the police that was shot. He was walking. They were taking him down. Look at Faith Mediplex. Why didn't they rush in there? Why were they taking to just they want to make sure of somebody in death? You want to use somebody to make sure. Look at Faith Mediplex, directly opposite the airport. Can the person be rushed there? If truly there was not something behind it. So a lot of investigation is still going on.
Okay. Now, Donatus, the issue of using government properties to the advantage of a political party is what we are looking at. We started from there. I know you have to puncture so many things that he said, but I also want you to react because we've seen instances whereby the APC is on a campaign train in certain places. Then we see vehicles carrying federal government numbers, the federal government of Nigeria, during campaigns and all that. I mean, we're talking about a government that cuts across political parties now. Don't you think that government should try to discourage this idea of using government properties to the advantage of a certain political party?
Yeah, with all due respect to my brother here, I think the issues of the incident that happened is something that he tries to play down. And now it's been insensitive and going all out. For me...
No, let's be careful.
Wait, I understand.
You use some foul language.
Hold on. What I mean,
I demand an apology for that. You don't tell me I'm insensitive.
No,
I demand an apology. No, right here. I demand an apology.
Hold on, somebody died.
It's okay.
I demand an apology.
Gentlemen, it's okay.
Don't tell me I'm insensitive.
All right, don't
tell me I'm insensitive.
TMI, every opinion counts.
All right, thank you one more time here. The program is still this morning on ITV. I still have the guests here, Don Etusa Igiebo, and of course, Valentine Egariwa. Don Etusa, may you apologize to?
Yes, I retract my word. I'm sorry for using the word insensitive.
Okay,
I didn't mean it to be that way.
Okay,
so like what I was trying to explain when he talked about the man that passed on, they didn't rush him into the Faith Mediplex because the firing was coming from that direction. So the only option they have to exit is to drive towards Airport Road, going down towards the zoo. So that is why that particular officer that was hit, likewise with many others, could not go into Faith Mediplex because the ambush was from the angle of the Faith Mediplex and as well as going towards the Air Force military base. So it was a nasty experience. That is why I said we'll leave that matter for now. The reasons why I used the word that perhaps was not too nice on my brother in terms of the word insensitive was because of the fact that I thought I heard him say that the man shot himself. But if that's not the case, we know that it was the APC that lost somebody, and it's a man that I know very well. Yeah. And we pray that his family has the fortitude to bear the loss. And I'm happy with the candidate of the party who has raised the matter at the Senate House, and I'm sure that the federal government will apply the full wrath of the law so that justice will be served.
It was the police force that lost somebody. That man is not an APC man.
Let me tell you, it's not, but it was working for an APC candidate.
Yeah.
So there's already kind of an emotional attachment in that way, because he has worked for the man for 12 years. You know, that is over a decade. So talking about the aspect of the state governor and what my brother was saying, that
talking about
the revenue.
Properties.
No, before that, we talked about the revenue increment. Let me tell you, I know it is people who don't understand me that believes I just say things for the sake of saying it. I don't do research or interviews or read books before I come here to talk on issues to do with politics. But this is part of what we believe in, and it is what we are suffering. The common man on the streets does not feel the accelerated revenue generation system, because the revenue generation system still has people on the streets as they call them agberos, collecting money with the electronic system, POS, and sometimes with tickets. But what the government has smartly done was to use a particular payment solution as a platform to get the money, and then they have their kickbacks, which is what I don't want to talk about here. So the money that goes to the street boys, which they still get, majority of them goes back to those people who brought the system, because every system can be cheated. You see what I'm saying? Going back to the issue of politics and the idea of having federal government vehicles, it's not true.
Government properties for political...
No, I mean, it is only a state government that is bringing out another candidate. Like, we know the governor is supporting the PDP candidate to succeed him, which I know would fail.
Yeah, the president's also
hold on. You've never... We're in the state now. The presidency is over there. We're contesting in the state. Every motorcade you've seen, a few vehicles that follows the candidate of the APC, these are just private vehicles. Like my brother was saying that if you have a commissioner who brands his vehicle, a commissioner cannot brand a government vehicle. You know what I mean? They have private cars. I have cousins, I have relatives who are officials in his government. They have their private cars, they have government cars. It's obviously clear that the people in government are using taxpayers' money, driving the taxpayers' fare with the taxpayers' government number plates to campaign. But that shouldn't be an issue as such, because you expect them being in government to do that. But what I'm saying is that it is the sufferings of the people. It is the revenue that has been generated and the allocation that comes from the federal government. Like, for example, the president has almost doubled the allocation to the state. We are not feeling the impact. He spoke about the revenue generation increasing, but he forgot that the state is heavily indebted with over 340-something billion now, local debt. Who is going to pay all that money? Not the foreign debt. Yes, revenue has gone up, but there's revenue certainly going into somebody's pocket. Because we can't feel it, the road, most of the roads are still in bad shapes. And at the end, it's only because the election is coming. That is why you see them running helter-skelter to see what they can do to appease the people, or maybe feel that the people don't know what they are doing. In political terms, it's always like that. The people in the state are very much aware. With all due respect to this government, they made gains in some area that majority of the activity that has transpired. For example, you can have a marketplace burn, you don't rebuild it. You cannot have like a place like a Kyosa, maybe you said you want to rebuild it, election is just around the corner, you've not done it. All the billions of money generated is 75 billion. Can't you take 2 billion to build a market? Okay. Do you think if that market is rebuilt, those people that was driven away from there will get stores there anymore? No. So the market problems, they know very well that it will cost them a lot, because the people knows that even within the PDP, the candidate of the party today was practically imposed on them. That is why you see these court cases running here and there, which I'm not interested in. Okay. That is their own, let me learn, that is their own personal issues. There are many aspects of things that I want to throw a bit of more light in.
Just because of time.
Because of time. Just to make it clear to the people that I know today, if you ask me for them to rate the government, those who have benefited, who are working with the government, will tell you, well, the government may have done well, but majority will tell you no. Because why? Look at the issues of lands. The issues of land is a big issue. And then these days, the communities are not even happy. If you go and speak to them, if you are not oppressing them, they will tell you that, look, let them come, we will not vote for them. Like the issues of the candidates of the party, it is obviously clear that my candidate in APC and the deputy are young people. they also have experience in governance. There are people who cares about their people. With all due respect, haven't spoken about the candidates of APC doing all these projects for these people, building schools and doing whatnot. These are physical things you need to find out. I don't need to go to a Wimi to know that, with all due respect to Mr. PDP candidate, has failed in the Wimi. Because people have said it. Even there was a time Chris social media who is with them now once went there, and the people said they don't even have light for many years.
So
I don't need those to come here and tell stories and tell us that it's fancy just because you want to gain votes.
Valentine, quickly.
So, like he just said, that Christosa now joined now. If your candidate was good, Christosa would have not left. I think most of the
it's good.
Your media aides and all that, they've all left because they've seen that the person you are bringing is not capable. And again, let me let you see one thing. The investment, this government, what this government have invested on for centuries, we are going to be benefiting. Very soon, this state will be one of the highest exports of red oil. I think we have planted, in fact, millions of palm trees, you know, that are producing now, and we're going to produce, and we're going to reap from them. Maybe you are not aware of that, so you'll go find that. You are talking about community or land or whatever, because when laws are in place, you implement it. You implement it. Because law was not in place, maybe you come, anybody can just be acting anyhow. But you know that Obaseki is a prudent man. He's a man that follows the law the way it ought to be, no matter who's else is God's. So that is what you are saying. Maybe it's for political reasons people are trying to, you know, hype all these, whatever it may be. The man is doing very well. And to the capacity the candidate is carrying, you sitting down here, you are convinced in your heart that this man is no match. You know, nobody matches him among the contestants. Most of the contestants are aware of that. You here sitting down, you will know inside you that this man is a good man, and it's a man that can be able to do that which the other people want. Like the town hall, I will expect. Thank God there's a town hall that ITV is organizing very soon. Even though I'll be busy that period, I will try. By Royal Hotel, I think I will be there. You know, that people will come and discuss. And again, concerning the debate, you must be able to, if you are not accessible by people, how do you think that, just like Ogie now, for a very long time, the deputy governorship candidate, his house is, if you go there, is thrown open. Right from when he was chief of staff, you know, up to date. If you are not accessible, how would the people trust you? You are the people that are talking for him now, just like they ask His Excellency, or now Senator Adam Sali Oshomole last time, where is your candidate? Are you contesting for the third tenure? Allow him to talk. Not the one you'll be standing on top of the roof of this, and the other will be like a, you know, standing at the side like a conductor of a bus. No,
you cannot. You cannot. Also say so.
I'm sorry.
Cannot also say
I'm sorry. I just realized. So I'm talking to a governorship candidate.
Yeah, you cannot.
So I apologize for that. But just to say that a man should be able to represent himself. Nobody will represent you. Nobody knows you more than the way you know yourself. Okay.
All right,
so I think that is where we.
I know, but we tell the man who is in the waiting room. Just 30 seconds. Just quickly, I just want to quickly remind my brother. 8 years ago is not a very long time. All these things and points you're making and telling me that I'm convinced that your candidate is the best. No, that's completely not true. When the governor of the state today, our big brother, Governor Godwin Obaseki, was running for office, Comrade spoke for him all through. But you forgot that you are speaking to a public who knows about that. So you have to be careful not to...
All right, so this is where we spoke to Thank you very much. Don't say... Can you bring him out? Who said? Bring him out. Let us...
I've not heard the candidate speak.
Apart from what he said in America, that they cannot differentiate between a zoo and a museum.
Don't worry. You need to do your research.
Is it what they were doing?
Do your research.
Is it what they were doing?
Gentlemen,
Is it the plan?
Thank you so much.